So I'm strapped for time and it kind of sucks. So the decision that I'm about to tell you guys I had to make is one that I'm not exactly thrilled on. So we went and picked up fascia board this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, close to $500. I wanted 2x8 by 16, but they didn't have that in stock. They didn't have any 2x8, so 1.5 by 7.5, that was completely out of stock. They did have 1 inch thick by 7.5, so that's what I ended up getting. This is what we're gonna be putting up on the building today. This is a finger joint pre-primed fascia board. This is a pretty nice product. $75 a stick is what I paid for these things. They are 20 foot long and they are going up on the house here. A little bit thinner than I wanted. I'm losing a 1/2 inch, but I think it'll be easy to work with. It's a little bit lighter and it's cheaper. Can't complain. But if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. If you guys have been here for a while, welcome back. Today's gonna be a good one. It rained last night, so it's a little bit wet outside. We waited for the scaffold to dry out to where we're not up on some wet, shady scaffolding. We're just up on dry, shady scaffolding. Let's get to it, you guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. I didn't even hear it raining. Did you? So with this finger joint fascia, we want to make sure that our cuts are perfect all the way through. This is going to line up beautifully. We'll have a nice little joint up at the top. This is going to run down. This piece is going to run down from the ridge all the way down, and then it'll wrap over to the building.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because that was, I never, the side and the front of it, and the side did the same shit. I think with this one by, if we nail it or screw it, Matt's house, so it would actually let airflow through there. Normally pretty fucking moisturized, but up here, like the backs of my hands are cracking. I'm good at that. Okay, so that's like a band for density, and you have the max.
I can get it to him. Another nail. Hopefully it's out far enough.
We'll be good.
Okay. Eee.
I'm muddy there.
So it's like I need to go up.
Okay. You're never gonna see it.
I love that gun. That is so light.
What's up?
That gun is so light and balanced good.
Yeah. No, I like to finish it.
I might have to invest in some of those. But the Dumb and Dumber motorcycle. I've been on the back of a moped with a guy. I really have.
Oh, I know. I saw a picture.
I had no ride home from work.
See, sometimes you have to swallow your pride. That one is, I guarantee you hugging him was swallowing your pride.
I had no ride home from grocery outlet, and coworker David was like, "Hey, hop on the back."
Dumb and Dumber.
Like a Vespa?
Tiny moped, yes.
Oh yeah, that sucked me right in. how tight the lid is.
Now here's where we're at. When you do fascia board, you run all of your horizontals first and then you do your gables after. So we have to take off this gutter out here, take off the aluminum fascia, and we're gonna put a piece of fascia going all the way across here. That's gonna remain on the building for as long as this building stands. And then once we go to do this entryway and reframe it the way that I want, we'll tie back into that fascia, wherever it may be, and cut off the excess. But this allows us to get this flat done all the way through here and then get the gable going all the way up. And that section's now done. We can lid this all the way over, lid that all the way up, and start wrapping this place up. But it's looking really good though. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to like pull it.
Pry that one off, the pins on the outside. Put the hammer behind it.
That tail right in front of you, the one to your right, is cut on like a 20-something degree bevel.
Well, look at why did they round the edge?
The top of these?
Been redone
It had to have been.
because it had some custom.
Yeah, it almost looks like they left this originally and rounded off the edge, and that was probably their detail.
Yeah.
It's just funny how people act when it's all getting covered. 135 short. I'm gonna set up sawhorses out front. No? Flip this. Mark the end of this bad boy.
My setup.
There you go. Steven's putting in backing to where we have backing for our lid. That's to where we can break that sheet on there. So I've got to rebuild this whole entryway. I don't know when I'm gonna get time for that. My schedule's hectic, but I'm hoping I can get to it soon. Need to get to it before winter's here, because snow's gonna take this place. I ain't gonna have any relief until like March. We're fighting, we're pushing. So when you do fascia board, you should always start with the flat runs first along the end of your tails and then go up your gables. We're shooting this on with a mix of different things. We've got a siding gun out right now, so if we need to pin it, we could pin it with that. But we have a cordless 16 gauge from DeWalt that's out right now. We're pinning it up with that along with screws to go ahead and attach that to the building. Our goal with this is to be able to adjust it as we go, but also keep that thing locked in solid. That's exactly what screws allows us to do. Now in a lot of areas, they don't do a finished fascia board like this. Even here where we're at, you typically see aluminum wrapping the outside, and they do a 1x and then that aluminum wrap. So they don't 45 all their corners, they're not 22.5ing in the field, so a little bit more cut and dry. Where I'm from in California, we do everything though with 2x8, 2x10, or 2x12 finger joint fascia board. This stuff is expensive. The whole house here is gonna cost me thousands of dollars just in material to border the perimeter there. But it's gonna look good. By doing this, by the time we're done with it, the whole exterior is then complete. So we don't have to go back and add any aluminum wrapping underneath. We don't have vinyl siding, so all that is out the window. Now here's a few things. If you're remodeling your house, you're thinking about remodeling your house, fascia board or barge board, whatever you'd like to call it, is one of those things that you should not cheap out on. They sell a hem fir down at the lumberyard that I could have gotten for around $20 to $30 a stick, less than half of what I paid for this stuff. But the issue with that stuff is it's just a typical 2x6 with some paint on the outside of it. It's no different. This stuff right here is an engineered product, so when it comes out and it gets put on a building, it's a lot better. Holds up better, stays straighter longer, and doesn't weather as bad as a regular old 2x6. But when it comes to fascia board, don't cheap out. Hem fir would be terrible on this house. The hem fir will act like a regular piece of wood, so you put it up on your fascia here, and within a week, the bottom's cupping out, the corners are no longer tight. This stuff right here, money. I haven't had a single time on this house where I've thought, man, we can't make something happen. Everything is possible. I'm at a point now where winter's coming in pretty quick. My schedule's pretty busy. I'm not here in this state all that often. I'm not home in California all that often. I fly all over the place and I'm constantly strapped for time. I only have a couple more days here before I have to hop on a plane once again and fly the heck out of here. So I'm strapped for time and it kind of sucks. Here's what's up. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed out. So the decision that I'm about to tell you guys I had to make is one that I'm not exactly thrilled on, but it is what it is, and I don't think I would have gained all that much by doing. My original plan was for this entryway to go from where it is on the left-hand side to the corner of the house over here. I was gonna make this grand appearance. I was gonna make the place a lot bigger, have this big vaulted ceiling inside. And the bottom line is I simply do not have time to be here to make that happen. It's not necessarily a financial problem because it's only about $2,000 of material. I don't have time. It's just the bottom line. I would have to cut open the whole entire roof assembly, stack that thing back out differently, and it would kind of be a pain. So I've made the executive decision to leave the existing entryway. Centers up with my lights, it centers up with my door in the front, and we're just gonna fascia around this bad boy, keep on trucking all the way through, and close this place up. So we're gonna make this one as nice as we can. We're gonna change up the way that it was framed. We're gonna leave the roof framing though, and we're gonna put in new beams on the inside, new posts coming up down to actual concrete. But as far as the front of this place changing, this is what it's gonna stay like. Am I stoked on it? Not really, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I have other houses to build where my timeline is coming up on pretty quick, and I can't spend all that much time out here. I always joke that anytime I work on the house up here, it's like $5,000 minimum. This was $450. Adds up quick. That was like the smallest purchase I've made this week. These little bats are $17 a piece. The 1x4 trim is, I think, something like $30. It all adds up pretty quick. But I got my 4x4 for the front. By the end of the day today, we're gonna have that thing rebuilt, almost finished. Get a better idea of what it's gonna look like, but I got trim, and that's what we need to keep going. And if you remember in the last episode, I told you guys that I was gonna attempt to get my car down to a charging station. Completely dead, 0%, 0 miles left. Apparently they still have enough in them to go about 5 miles. So I was able to go 2.5 miles down the road, get this bad boy charged. Terrible travel car, great commuter. 27's a 6 and 12. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did.
Like it? Yep.
No, I thought you were trying to get the board. I was like, dude, I'll help you. Then nail me at least.
Shoring shit up.
At 5 o'clock. I don't know how much longer we're gonna go, but if it gets too late, we'll just see you guys in the morning.
Perfect cut. It's so cool.
That's nice. This saw here is really nice for the fact that it'll cut through, being a 12-inch compound miter saw and double bevel, it'll cut through a 4x4. So our cuts are perfect. 49 3/4? It's a little shy. 5/8. Okay. I'm gonna go 5/8 then to where it doesn't stick out. Butter. So to lock all this stuff in, I bought all of these GRK RSS structural screws. These are 5 1/8 long. Plenty of grip and grab on these bad boys. I think they're a T30, T40, who knows? But I got a bunch of them. That's what we're using to lock all this stuff in. Here's what I got for Struckies. That'll go through.
Yep.
Tag enough to where it's up there. That stays.
It was the. It's a little glued up. To me, not perfect was like when they I just go through, mark them, scratch them out, and cut. And then they were like an inch, 2 and
Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head. 'Cause I've made all the mistakes and I've dealt with the heartbreaks, but I think that I found my way. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken. I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. I'll find my way back to you. I see a river floating its way out to the sea. I can remember carving our names onto that just wanna see you. 'Cause you will never know just how much I've been missing home. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken. I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you. I think that I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I think that I'm finding my way. Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. But I've been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken, and I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you.
Do we want screws? So it's dark now, but new fascia board, new fascia board, new fascia. Fascia over there, fascia here. This whole front porch area seems an awful lot bigger because I can't reach any of it. We went from a tiny little enclosed area that felt cramped, it felt cluttered because they dropped it down to about here. So when you walked out the front door, you looked at the framing material that was once the siding. My neighbor's house is done the exact same way. It was dainty, it was cute, it was probably really nice back in the day. But I wanted it to be open, I wanted it to be bigger. And like I told you guys, I don't exactly have time on my side here, so I had to do what I had to do. And what did that mean? That means we framed new onto the old, got our ladder blocking up and over, got new tails put in to where our overhangs are perfect, sistered on everything, attached the new fascia board, got all that level. These are perfect now. All of this is final. It'll all stain to match the beams inside, to match the deck out back, and then we're gonna get lid material ran up, vaulted inside of here. My siding will continue up over here. Bats will run up. We may do a faux beam right here, and we will be good to go. I'm then gonna build out to around 42 inches, a base around the outside of them to bulk up this lower. That'll be on both of these here. So they'll get built out to where they're thicker, to where they look more like a craftsman style. Top cap on them that'll shed all directions. And it'll build out down tapered to here. It's gonna look nice. In the next episode, we'll lid all this out, lid over to there, finish up all this, get everything trimmed out. And by the end of that episode, I'm hoping that I'm ready to paint. That would be my best case scenario. Now I need to change the lights on the front of the door there. They're a little bit bright for my liking. But overall, I'm seeing it. The end is in sight.